Hello and welcome to another episode of Top Deck, the series where we take a look at some of the leading TCG deck lists. And on today we have Dan, who took this True Draco list to a top spot at the Frome WCQ regional within the UK. Now, I'm not going to talk about this list too much before we bring on Dan to chat about this, because he is going to come on for a full interview. So what I will say quickly is this is a typical Draco list, no extra deck. Just the main deck with the Monarchs Erupt and the usual lineup of awesome floodgates, and then a pretty interesting side deck as well. And there's some cool comments coming up. So without further ado, let's bring on Dan and discuss. Welcome on to Top Deck. So you managed to top this event with Draco then?
Yeah.
So why did you decide to take this particular deck for this event?
Because every time I go to regionals, I play Pendulum, but I don't play it with a conventional side. And everyone was like, "Oh, maybe it's time you put down, stop playing a meme deck and actually play a proper deck." So it was just like, okay. And then I just did really well. Really surprised, to be honest.
Yeah, you did fantastic. So Draco being the option, I mean, I'll be honest, the majority of lists we see in the last few regionals have not been Draco. It's not been a super popular choice. But it's pretty cool to see that you managed to pilot this into Top Cut.
Yeah, it was like, after round 6, like, it didn't really hit me, because like, I've always gone 4-1, and then just like completely gone downhill from there. But when I beat Sky Striker player, I was like, oh my god, like this can't be surreal.
It's always a good feeling when you get to that moment.
Yeah, it is, to be honest. And like, Draco was just like, in normal border, set for go. And it was just like, and this takes skill. Right?
Something of an FTK, I guess.
Yeah, it's like an FTK, It's not kind of Pendulum, but,
So let's dive into the sort of more specifics of your list then, I guess.
Yeah.
So, very standard monster lineup. Didn't opt for the third border. Is there a reason for that, or did you just feel like 8 monsters is the correct amount?
Originally I've been testing with me and my mate Ben. We discussing theory on Draco, like, and he originally at the start, like on Thursday, was saying about a Manu YuGiOh. Yeah. But like every time like I did like test hands and stuff, I kept drawing a third, and sometimes it'd be dead after like turn 1, because obviously you have to draw any monsters, and
exactly.
It's a normal summit. So, and I've been watching a lot of profiles, and they've been playing 2. So I was like, I felt 2 was the kind of the right amount, but I probably would have sided the third over the Majesty Maiden.
Yeah, fair enough. So it may just be the case that it's such a popular decision to play 2 that you felt a bit more comfortable with it then, would you say?
Yeah, I would say that, yeah. And just like, I just seen a lot of people play 2, and I was like, okay, we'll go with that trend then. Like, if you know what I mean.
yeah, sure. But so you say you dropped one of the maidens, so did it not perform very well for you then, the Majesty Maiden?
I originally was playing 2 border and like 3 maiden, but I just wanted to, like, if I wanted to, and I just did like the 2 maiden and 2 border. I just found it like preference to my play style, if you know what I'm saying. Like,
okay, just felt like it was more useful for you.
Yeah.
So for the spell lineup then, I mean, there's not a lot to say about it. You play all the standard 3-ops. I guess you decided to play just the 2 desires. Is this to do with like not wanting to banish the dynamite and stuff, or is this something else?
Yeah, that, and I didn't really want to draw like 2 desires off 2 desires, if you know what I mean. And like when I've played Draco in the past, I've just found 2 being like the perfect number, if you know. And with like Draco having 3 card of demise, 3 pot of duality, and like just like it's consistent. Like the deck's really consistent, so it's like 2 kind of fine in my opinion.
Yeah,
but like,
I think that's fair enough. It's nice to have it, but if you don't have it, it's not entirely necessary. And as you say, there's so much draw power in this deck, so
Yeah.
you just don't want to be in those situations where you get the
No.
double desires. Yeah, and at least if you play duality, you have the choice to not take the duality, whereas desires or any of the others, if you draw into it, you're just stuck with it.
Yeah.
That's fair enough. I guess this is one of the main talking points every time you see True Draco come out, is the choice of floodgates.
Yeah.
So you've got the 1 order, 1 skill drain, double summon limit, triple erupt, and triple, there can be only one for the proper full-on floodgates. What's that, 10 floodgates?
Yeah.
In this 43 card list. So did you feel like you had to be seeing multiples of these, or was one generally enough?
So originally I was playing 42 with Soul Drain, but I couldn't get a hold of a Soul Drain in time. So So I just wanted, and I just felt like 42 to 43 was like the right amount, and I didn't want to draw like 2 desires or like 2 dualities or 2 card of demise, if you know what I mean. Just like, because if one of them, if like demise gets ashed, I've got like a dead demise, if you know what I mean. Like in theory, but like the summon limit was really good over the overall Imperial Order against the round 6 Sky Striker player. I draw off Disciples, and I felt really bad for doing it, but you know, but it worked out really well, if you know what I mean. Like the only time like the floodgates like kind of cucked me in a way was round 6 when I flipped anti-spell against the Sky Striker player, and I kept drawing duality, diagram, terraforming, and I couldn't draw a monster. It was like one of them situations. But you know,
that is one of the awkward things you run into. Yeah, it's a bit rough.
Yeah.
But I mean, you do get to play a deck that can run 10 floodgates in the main, so I guess you can't argue too much about there. Plus, you get the fact that now you get to run Triple Judgment in the main, which has only been for like a couple of months now, I think.
Yeah. Judgment, do you know what? This is like, I've never really played, so I've only been playing competitive for like 2-3 years, and it was the first time that I've used Judgment at 3, and I kind of like, it was like, because so round 6 I've got a warning for totally on missing, because where Judgment says when a monster would be summoned, I try to do it on Ray when it comes out when the Sky Striker is destroyed. And I got and I got completely confused on the wording, so that was completely my mishap and all that. You know, it's a learning curve, but you know, it is what it is. So
yeah, those situations just do happen sometimes, especially with a card that like didn't see a lot of play for the last few years. It's just been floating around. It's never been like a big thing on anyone's mind until it came back to 3. So I think it's fair enough that you wouldn't know the exact wording of this particular card. Okay, so let's quickly go on to the side deck then. So you did play the 3rd Maiden in the side, is that right? That is right, that's correct, 100%. Yeah, and so is this harkening back to when you said before, initially you were trying out the 3 Maiden? Was this just because you wanted to be able to revert back to that previous version of the deck? Yeah, so like obviously if I'm siding games, obviously if I'm going second, the border's kind of dead. So I had this thing in mind that like I'd want to draw a monster, so it like kind of made up for the 2 Inspector border, if you know what I mean, like as in tributing monsters and stuff. So because I was in testing and stuff, and I only picked the deck up like Wednesday. And I kept the only time I kept losing was because I drew new monsters. Okay, yeah. So you just put yourself in a position when you can have more tribute fodder, tribute monsters even. Yeah, that was like I still can't believe I topped. Like I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah. but you did it. I did it, yeah. And to be honest, it's you know, just gone on. It was if people hadn't convinced me, I probably wouldn't be speaking to you right now. Like you'd still be playing the pendulum strategy. The pendulum strategy of 15 Magic Spectres in the side. That's all I'm saying. Maybe you can make that top next time. Yeah, that'll be the next time. I'm probably on your channel. Some guy from tops 15 comes first, beats all the pro players with 15 untargetable little furries in the side. What if they're all just playing like
Yeah.
Scum Striker or something?
Yeah. Oh god, but
Yeah, that's the future.
that's the future. That's the new deck. That's the new game plan. Like stuff 6 negates, 5 matches on the board.
Let's tell Triff now.
Yeah, we'll have to tell Trip now. Yeah, next best deck.
Fair enough. All right, let's go back to this Draco.
Yeah,
strategy.
sorry, we got so off track there. Sorry.
It's all right. We're talking about the fun power of Magispector. Okay, side deck. You've managed to accommodate some what hefty amount of spell and trap removal, I'd say, in this build. You know, typically when you see a Draco list,
Yeah,
you might expect like triple evenly in the side,
yeah,
and then people just sort of say, "Oh, I've got enough Draco spells in the deck that I don't need additional outs." But you've decided to run the triple Cyclone. Was there a particular deck that this was for?
Babel Crescendo, because
Yeah.
because obviously Dingrissu, sorry, protects obviously the spells and trap. You know, like Babel being destroyed, so it's like there's a free removal,
Yeah.
and it just gets rid of like problematic stuff as well. So and Cosmic is just really really good. I took this to a locals on the Saturday, and it worked really well. And Cosmic was just like, yeah, MVP all day.
Okay. Rest of the side deck, you've got the Mystic Minds in here because you have to be able to floodgate people.
Yeah, I mean, I hate the card, but you know, I needed 2 spots, so I was like, do it. You know.
Why not?
Yeah.
And it's I mean, typically, you know, you'd want this deck to go first, so
Yeah.
having a very good go second option in the side seems like something you'd want to have.
Yeah.
And then the anti-spells you mentioned, they conflicted a bit. Do you think you'd still play anti-spell in the future?
I would still play them. I just think it was that one occasion, it happens. You know,
yeah, sure.
It's happened. And then, to be honest, against like Pendulum, they can't. I think unless they open up like Purple Poison or a Cosmic or some way of getting rid of it, they're not playing. Like
Exactly. Yeah.
And it's just too strong not to play, and you know, it's really really good. But
when it's good, it's amazing.
Yeah.
And then when it's not good, it's fine because you just side in other cards.
Yeah,
so.
that is true. Yeah.
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 Even these, you know, more spell and trap removal, and then you've put in the impermanences in here. So I think a while back we used to see a lot of Draco lists that would main triple impermanence.
Yeah.
Is there a reason why you decided not to main this and just to play in the side deck?
The side, I don't know. Like, if I was to go forward, I'd probably play the impermanences in the main. Like maybe take out like maybe Imperial Order or like something else.
Okay. Yeah.
But I only own 2 skilled impermanents. Sorry. So I need to get a third. So like maybe in the future I probably take out like some of the lose 1 turns because I just that was just like a text, so it didn't really come up. So
I was going to ask about that actually. Was there never a moment when lose 1 turn was really good? Because I think it's like people don't really expect it.
It's one of them like I think it would have to be. I think I'd have to test it more. You know what I mean? Like in the side and all that. Like because when I played my locals on the Saturday, it was amazing. But like I don't think it come up. But like you said, sometimes things like that don't come up, and then sometimes you know they do. If you know what I mean. Yeah. But if I was to probably go forward, I'd probably obviously get 1 more impermanence and then maybe change the deck around a little bit and maybe side a 3rd border as well.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, sure. All right. So in terms of when you're going into like games 2 and 3 and siding.
Yeah.
Do you typically take out so you mentioned you might take out the inspector borders if you're going 2nd.
Yeah.
Is it otherwise you just take out like floodgates and stuff, or what would you normally take out?
So I would take out the inspector borders, like maybe like an Imperial Order, or like basically mostly the floodgates if depending on the matchup, because like Summon Limit would obviously come out. Imperial Order, depending if it was not Sky Striker or something, maybe like a Judgment or 2.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And then how many cards are you siding in normally? Was it like 6?
I tend to do like normally 7 to 9, depending on the matchup.
Okay.
So
yeah,
and to be honest, like our like MVP of the weekend was probably like Cosmic and Evenly.
Sure.
Like
just so much removal.
Just so much removal, and it's free. Like
yeah. And banishing.
Banishing's good.
Like so few decks can actually deal with stuff being banished.
Yeah, and like there was a like one time where I played Simon He at the first round, and he made me go first, and I set the Evenly, and I had 2 cards in hand, and I activated Demise, and he looked at me and he's like, "What are you doing?" And I went Battle Phase, and then he went Cosmic Cyclone, and I was like, GG. I was like, fair enough, mate, you won. Like, I just trying something, because he had like 6 sets, so I was like, obviously like the multi-roll and stuff, and I was like, well, I might as well. But
yeah, it's fair enough. I guess you just have to try in those situations, but it can be very difficult.
It can be, and I learned so much from the event, mate, to be honest. It was just like to know that like you can, if you keep trying and trying, you will succeed at this game. Like
absolutely.
You know, and there's so many like good people, obviously, like Ryan, Shane, who run the event, was amazing, and just like everyone else, you know. But you know,
I think we have, in the UK especially, we have like such a strong community of people who are just happy to like just play some games.
I just love like rocking up to locals sometimes with like some weird janky crap, and then just popping up. So like, I think that's the thing though with like YuGiOh. It's just like one of them. It's a fun game. And I don't know, man. Like it's just one of them things. Like, because obviously with YuGiOh, it's like obviously because I struggle talking to people. Like
okay.
So I used to be like really obviously on this chat now. I'm like really like. I don't know, like, if you know what I mean, like, it's struggling, you know, so it's like, struggling sometimes to get words out, but like, if I, you know, and you know, it's really, really good, and you know, YuGiOh's helped me so much in my life, and if any people can take away from YuGiOh, is the social side of the game is fantastic, like,
absolutely,
you know, and I've met so many new people, like, through YuGiOh and all that, it's really, you know, really, really good.
It's so good for that stuff. I absolutely agree with you on that. It's a phenomenal game for a social aspect.
It is, yeah.
Speaking of social aspects, are there any shout-outs you want to give?
There is a load, so we might be here for a bit. So the main shout out is for Shane, because Shane Lacey, the one who ran through, he's a fantastic guy. After round 7, when I lost to Andre, because you know Red Reboot's a good card. We laughed about it after the event. He come out and he consoled me, like, because I thought I didn't top, obviously, and I was like really, really down on it. And he come out and he just said, "Look, you've done really well. You know, you've done everything you can." And when obviously the results came in, my mate Adam came out to me and he said, "Oh, you're 7th," and I was like, "Oh, cool." It's just like, yeah, well, cool. And it's just like, people may think, oh, but that's just like the way I am. Just like, you know, it's a very, if you know, and Shane is top guy, runs Frome locals. It's a really good locals, and I recommend anyone to go to it, because you know they're all a nice bunch of lads. You know, also Eddie for supporting me through, his girlfriend Katie, Connor, Craig, who doesn't really like me at the moment because I topped, joking, well, because I'm spectre boarded his dinos and he can't beat over it. But Ballback, he's a nice guy as well. And just like everyone from Frome on that side. The Bournemouth lot, Fleet, Luke, Carlo messaged me after the event to say congratulations, Billy, and then just like the Swindon lot, you know, all they and guys say congratulations, Hanif, Sean, Kenny, Wade, Archie, you guys know who you are. You support me all the way. The World guys, you know, there as well, and obviously Ben, who helped me construct this deck. So if it wasn't for him, like helping me theorizing the deck and like I was asking what to side and all that and giving me answers, I probably wouldn't have one like come high as I did. Also, Adam and Aaron for coming 80th and 70 something, and give Adam driving me up there and let me eat cereal in his car, you know. So you know, and just like all like and Ryan, you know, because Ryan's like he wants to put everything on Zodiac and he wants me to wear a helmet next time apparently. So
why not?
Why not, right? He's a laugh. But yeah, and there's so many people, and if it wasn't for them lot talking me around at Exeter last week, I would be probably 59th place with 60 card pendulum with 15 magic specters on the side. So you know, it is what it is, right? You know, but,
so because of all that,
also
you made it.
Shout out to you for putting this on your channel.
I'm always happy to show off lists from people who've topped.
That's right.
I just think like, you know, you've succeeded. You should be able to celebrate it and to discuss what took you to this position, you know? Yeah.
It's what took me to this position is like just hard work and just like keep going. That one, you know, coming home from regionals, you know, like oh, I could have done this better or something like this, and then to have, you know, after the 6th round, just like, where the hell am I? I had to go outside and like nearly celebrate like I was a kid on Christmas. You know what I mean? But like it's just unreal, and everyone just like congratulating me and all that, you know. And I was like, you know, and they're all you know cheering and all that, and I'm just sat there. I'm like, everyone chill out, come on, it's only an event. But yeah, to be honest, I'm just like, this is how I am in real life. Just like have a laugh and a joke and all that. You know, so, you know, it's just, you know, it's humour. Yeah. Even though we're talking properly. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, but, absolutely,
But yeah, if it wasn't for all them guys, like, and other people that I've played against, you know, even like the Bath lot, I wouldn't probably top this event, you know, and, you know, just to, you know, experience topping the event, maybe you can go on to bigger and better things and strive to be the best. Obviously, I'll never go to Worlds or anything, but like, I would like to top a few more regionals and maybe win like a UK championship. And everyone that wants to, you know, try, just keep trying, because it will come to you eventually, you know. Yeah,
definitely. I think you've got a really strong message from this, which is great.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, even if like, you know, if I could help like 2 to 3 people like through this video, like achieve their dreams of like topping, you know, even topping, like if you have like one step of like topping the locals and then you just go up and go up and go up, if you know what I mean, like it is, you know, I would rather help out like 5 to 6 people than like none at all, if you know what I mean. But this is it's an experience, that's the main thing, if you know what I mean.
Absolutely. Yeah 100%. Well, hopefully the people watching this will pick up from your experience and drive forward and start topping some events.
Yeah.
But then you'll have more competition, so you'll have to
I'm not
keep an eye out for that.
I got lucky. Well, it's because I wasn't playing Magic Spectre, that's what it was. Poor old Bombuku crying in the deck box.
That was it. Well, thanks very much for coming on and for talking through your list and your experience with us. Are there any other comments you want to make on this deck?
Yeah, next time I'm going to take Ryan's advice and wear a helmet and just, you know, be very skillful. But yeah, you know, play what you want and you'll do well. But Joe, thanks for having me on the chatting to me tonight, mate.
No worries, it's been lovely having you on.
Yep.
And absolutely good luck in your future events. Hope you get some more tops.
Yeah, and the next,
whether it's with Magispectors or Draco or whatever.
Hopefully the next one will be more entertaining.